Well, hello there, Pisces. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are going to be doing your 2024 general tarot reading. We'll start first with the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll go into each of the 4 quarters this year, taking a look with the tarot about any obstacles on your path, the energies of that quarter, and of course, advice from Spirit. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I really appreciate it. If you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing, I really do appreciate all your support. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what we have here on the horizon for you. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. And then Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. Okay, and it's the number 28. 2 plus 8 equals 10. So you're at the end of a cycle. But in order to kind of like move into the new cycle, move into this beautiful new year, right? There's something that you have to clean out. Now, let's talk about it. It could be at this time of year, a lot of times, we are kind of cleaning out. It's the beginning of the new year, cleaning out closets and drawers and getting your paperwork in order. Here in the United States, we're getting ready for tax season, right? So you might be getting your finances, your business or your personal finances kind of like, cleaned up in order to get ready for tax season. But there's something about your mindset, perhaps, that is also an obstacle that is preventing you from being able to move forward. Because with the Frog Spirit, the clutter can very much be our mind clutter, right? What it is that is preventing us from taking the actions that we may want to take. So it's kind of interesting because, this year is an 8-year, 2024. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. And 8 is the strength card in tarot. But it's not about being forceful like the lion. It's about being more gentle and intuitive like the little girl in the tarot card. So it's kind of like taming that energy of feeling like I have to move forward. I have to go fast. There's something about taming that and allowing yourself to use your intuition a little bit more. There could be a mindset about, progress can only be seen through numbers or what you own or what is going on, what you have in your reality. Understanding that for some of you, you could feel like you're at the same place as you were at the beginning of 2023, but understanding there's so much other stuff that you have allowed yourself to heal, to discover about who you truly are. It's clearing out that other mindset, right? Anything that you feel like is coming up for you, emotions or something, fears, just allowing yourself to take time to just shine light on it, just to look at it, right? As soon as we face our fear, it almost kind of like dissipates and goes away. Yes, it's about putting your love out there to the world, knowing that you are the wise one, right? Because you have this devil energy with the 5 of Swords. It's holding you back. You have the Hanged Man here. So we have Capricorn. Pluto is still in Capricorn and has been for the last 15 years, since 2008. So Capricorn is coming in here, and for the next 3 weeks, Pluto moves from Capricorn into Aquarius on January 21st. And then it'll be in Aquarius for 20 years. This is a little bit of that energy of the Capricorn energy, clearing out any mindsets, beliefs, thinking patterns, behaviors around the Capricorn energy of you have to work hard in order to get ahead. Or if you have to have a job, they're saying something like you have to have a job that's 8 hours a day instead of having an energy of enjoying your work, fulfilling your heart, right? There's something here that you're toying with that's holding you back. It's about, what do I love to do and how can I do more of it and how can I share it with other people? When you focus on that instead of how much money am I making or how hard am I working or, something about rules or regulations, how can you break out of that? Because that is your obstacle. Any of the mindsets that you may have around work, or work has to be hard, or your value is tied to how much you own, or perhaps, that it has to have a designer label or something like that. So that's what you're kind of clearing out here, the last little bit of that Pluto and Capricorn, maybe over the last 2 or 3 weeks, the next 2 or 3 weeks, because January, February, and March, what you're doing is you're understanding. And there could be something about maybe you feel like you have to do it on your own, okay? Because your mindset is moving to the fact that you can have more fun with what you're building when you allow yourself to work with others. So it could be that maybe you've been in a job or your personal life has been very much you doing the work, right? Whether that's in your home or at the office or in your business, it's kind of like, I have to do it all, right? And that's that Capricornian energy coming to a head, having you take a look at that. Where did that mindset come from? It's time to clear that out because that's the obstacle. You're focusing on the difficulty of having to do it yourself, perhaps in order for it to be right, okay? That would be a Capricornian energy, in order to kind of step into this energy of really enjoying, creating, working with others, cooperating with others. Yeah. Look at this. You have the 6 of Wands with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So you could have 2 people in your life, or this could be you and another person, that you seem to not be on the same page, or when you're working with other people, you don't seem to be on the same page, right? So at work or in your home, it's kind of like there's a power struggle, right? We have the Queen and the Knight. They're not equals. It's something about moving away from that type of a situation to moving to understanding there's more fun when we're all kind of like equals in it. That's very Aquarian energy. Capricorn is very competitive. Okay, so you could be even in a toxic work environment where, I had a principal that was like that once, right? And she would pit teachers against teachers or a grade level against a grade level. Very competitive, right? Instead of saying, hey, how can we all work together to help the students, right? It was more about who's got the better test scores or whatever it was, right? So I feel like that's what you're doing. You could be moving away, clearing out the clutter of this energy of being compared or being in situations where you're compared, or even comparing yourself, okay, to what you are or have today and where it is that you want to go or what you had in the past. Is about, no, when we're joyful, we're very much in the present moment, enjoying the people, the situations that are on your path at this time. And it is a little bit about, you can overcome the obstacles when we all work together. Yeah, beautiful. So in April, May, and June, you have the 2 of Wands and deserving. Yeah, I feel like this is coming to light for you in January, February, and March. You're understanding that it's not equal. Your life isn't equal. It could even be that instead of having equal balance in your life, so your work, your family life, and your fun life, okay, or your work, your family life, and romance, or something like that, right? You're understanding that the wheel is out of balance. One of these petals on this flower, or one of the sectors of your life, is taking up so much more time and energy. And it's asking yourself, what mindset do I have around that? Why am I putting so much time and energy into one sector of my life? And these other two that would bring me a lot more joy, okay, are not getting equal time, right? And it may not be necessarily equal time, but equal energy, right? So I feel like you're making the decision. Yes, I have to clear out this clutter. I have to allow myself to go towards what I know I deserve. I deserve and want more balance in my life. I want and deserve to have relationships that are more balanced, where I'm not just doing all the work or feeling, yeah, look at this. Yes. There's something about, I feel like you have some mindset maybe about the harder that you work at a relationship or a job or a career, the more sun that will come. But that's the energy that needs to be cleared out. It's not about how hard are you working at it. It's also about how the energy between you and another person or a group of people is also flowing. It's not just about, I have to put my head down and just work as hard as I can. It's kind of like, how can I incorporate the gifts, the talents, the skills, the love, the time, the money, the potential of other people into what it is that I'm doing to create this much easier flow in my life? Yes. You're healing. Yeah, look at this. You're healing. You have the Knight of Swords. You're attached to, I have to move forward. No matter what happens, I have to make progress on my path. The Knight of Swords is really very much independent. You know, I have to do it. I'm determined at all costs. Okay. It's time to heal that. And with the Aquarian energy coming in at the end of January, I feel like that's what you're doing. You're healing that energy. You know, I feel like, you know, the Capricorn, the devil, is about toxic energies too that could be surrounding you, or toxic beliefs that you may have had since a child, or the toxic beliefs of people that are in your life that are affecting you. You know, somebody that may tell you that, you know, well, that's your job, right? Somebody that may, you know, you may ask for help or something like that. You know, once again, it's funny. I had a principal once. I went to her and I had so much on my plate. And I said, please, you have to take, I don't even care. Take something off my plate. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overworked, underpaid, underappreciated, right? I mean, I said it in nice words. I was literally in tears. And she, you know what she said to me? She said, that's your job. I need you to do your job. I did not go back. I finished out that year and I did not go back. And one of the reasons is because when we're at our wits' ends, when we're working so hard, and I was working really hard, I will tell you that. I was working so hard. And her energy was just, well, that's your job. I need you to do that. Well, that's fine, except that there's the emotional impact that can have on people, right? And personally, I felt like I was the one that was doing so much of the work. And there were other people that were not doing as much as I was. I was just like, can we spread the joy? Can we spread the joy, right? And that's the energy here. It's kind of like, I want to spread the joy. I want to spread the work with other people so I can have more joy in my life. And then in July, August, and September, yes, you're bringing balance into your own life. You're allowing yourself to walk away. You could have people that you feel like talk behind your back at the office, or, you know, friends, family. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't have time for that. I'm turning my back. Look at, you know, she's looking clearly at how this situation has held her back. It's about, I want balance in my life. Yes, you are seeing very clearly how people or situations, even family members, I think for some of you, this could be family members, have just hurt your heart. Right? It's like you're doing the very best that you can. Here you are, Pisces. You're doing the very best you can, but people are not helping you. Look, there's 3 people, right? They could be helping, but instead they're just talking about how much you're struggling, or how they, judging what it is that you're doing. It's like, okay, could you help me out here? They're doing all the talking in the background. She's doing all the work, right? It's kind of like, could you help me out here? And that's what you're understanding. That is just really, it's preventing your heart from having joy in what you are doing on a daily basis, your work, your career, or it is you hurting your own heart because you're allowing this imbalance to be in your life, right? It's kind of like, I want to have this emotional balance in my life, right? And when you step into that energy, you have the 10 of Cups. So whether this is a relationship that you're in, or a career, or just your life in general, right? A situation with yourself where you're allowing yourself to put time and energy into one sector of your life and holding back in other sectors. Yeah, you're letting go. You're saying, I have to let go of this. I have to close out some doors here, right? I have to close these doors. See how they're still open? It's clearing that out, closing those doors and saying, I'm going in the direction that my heart desires. I'm going towards the 6 of Pentacles, this sense of balance in my life, the sense of being able to have relationships, to being able to spend time just sitting and drinking tea, right? And being able to enjoy the people in my life instead of feeling like they're just walking around talking about me, backstabbing me. I'm sending you lots of love and hugs, Pisces, because I feel like you really and truly given your heart to whatever this is, right? And once again, it could be a couple of different sectors of your life. You've given a lot to your relationships. You've given a lot to your work, and to the detriment of yourself, perhaps. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. This is you. Stepping into clearly seeing, right, that it's time for you to go your own way and to be able to love yourself enough in order to find the people that will bring you love and joy and work with you instead of working against you. Yeah, it's going out into the world, sharing your love and joy with others. Really beautiful. Yeah, just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. But once again, it's not this sense of being the lion and roaring and telling all these people off. It's the inner strength. These people are no longer in alignment with what I want in my life. It's not like I have to tell them off. You may want to say goodbye, but it's really about allowing yourself to disconnect from them and to find a new path for yourself, new relationships, new situations that will bring you this sense of joy and happiness and working together, a sense of community, perhaps. Okay, so let's pull a soul truth card. And Pisces, I do personal readings. I actually have a personal 2024 up that looks at the energies of each of the 12 months separately. So if this reading has resonated with you and you'd like a personal reading, I'd be so honored to do one for you. The link is in the description box below. All right, let's pull a soul truth card and see final advice for you. What excuses am I making right now? Yeah, asking yourself, what excuses are you making for these people that are in your life, or mindsets, right, that are ingrained? What excuses are you making? Okay, so a really good situation of this is, you could have people in your life that want a lot of your time and energy, right? Whether they're family, friends, or coworkers, or employers, or clients, or whatever it is. They want a lot from you, but at the same time, they're not reciprocating that. And ask yourself, are you making excuses for them? Okay, well, and I've been in this part, well, they're going through a hard time. So, it's okay that they can't help me. Or, oh, they're really busy at work, so they can't help me. But here's the truth, right? Are you getting the same excuse to not have to help them? Or is this somebody that if you were to say, I'm sorry, I'd love to help you do that, but I can't because I have this other obligation, and that obligation is really important to me, right? What would they say? What would they say? Oh my goodness, Pisces, that's, you can't help me, we're related. They could bring up something from like 10 years ago that they helped you with. It's kind of like, isn't there an expiration date on that? It's understanding that it's not going to be 50-50 every single day, but overall, is it 50-50? Is it close to it? Because you could be making excuses why some other people aren't reciprocating your time, energy, and love that you're giving to them, right? The other thing is that asking yourself, are you making excuses for yourself as to why you aren't making a change, right? It says, no more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. What is the excuse that you are using to stay in a situation that is imbalanced, that isn't bringing you love and joy? Asking yourself, what is the excuse? And then looking at that excuse, right? Looking at it clearly and allowing yourself to clear that out. If it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it, even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart and you will be led. Yeah, beautiful energy about listening to your heart. When we don't listen to our heart, we actually break our own heart. When we allow other people to put their wants, needs, expectations on us, right? Then we fall into the clutter of thinking that their expectations of us are more important than what our heart truly desires. And therefore we break our own heart. It's understanding, wait a minute, I'm making myself, the Queen of Cups makes herself a top priority. It's not selfish. It's looking out for what your heart truly desires and pulling back your time and energy and closing some doors so you can go towards what it is that your heart truly desires, what you would love to have, see, come to you in 2024. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you a very happy and healthy, prosperous, joyful 2024. Thank you for being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.